Adka first one-day.
IndusInd Bank has contributed to India's growth by serving over 41 million customers through 3,000 plus branches and ATMs.
Skipper running in for the B1 batter, and Saloni on strike. As Goody as well, the wicketkeeper batter, will be taking care of the running duties, and Tamil Nadu will be opening the innings as well with the ball. Sendamarai will be opening with the ball as well for Tamil Nadu. First ball, dot delivery straight towards that vacant area at the mid-wicket region. Rajasthan are up and away as Muskan gets off the mark. First ball by the B1 batter, that swiveled away nicely behind the keeper, and that's running away for a couple of runs here for Rajasthan. Good fielding effort by Divya, the captain herself, going in for the chase, pulling the ball down nicely. And Sandhanamari to start the proceedings as well with the ball for Tamil Nadu. 3 on the board as Saloni and Muskan. The B1 batter, as of course as Saloni out there, got that 2 important runs. Goes for the reverse. Vacant area at backward of point region. Nice bit of a timing and placement as well. Will that be the first boundary for Rajasthan? Yes, it will be. Well, good timing. Very good timing on the reverse shot. Good timing as well from Muskan, the vice captain. Got her first boundary as well. That's a confirmation that's coming in from the umpire. Sandhanamari, not too much of mistaken lines for her. Just a hint of width outside off, that's all. And that was more than enough for Muskan. Again, on the leg side, that's played away nicely behind on that square leg region. But good stop. Nice fielding at that short square leg. Tamil Nadu need to be really tight here on the field, as Goody is the wicketkeeper running out there. Saloni and Muskan, the opening batters for Rajasthan. And don't forget, there is that World Cup winner that we spoke of, Simranjeet Kaur. She is there for playing for Rajasthan in the 6th edition here. Oh, plays the reverse shot. That's a bit of a control from Saloni as a B1 batter. Nicely timed away. Good shot again. Muskan finds the gap at deep square leg. That's running away to the boundary as well, but nicely pulled back. Good chase and good stop. Tamil Nadu just restricting the batters for 1 on that occasion. End of the over. First over gone. 12 on the board.
अरे वाओ अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बनेछु
एरा मु एरा बाप्पा एरा बो एरा जेजे बाप्पा एरा जेजे माँ
वाओ औ एटा
Chance of a run out here. Tamil Nadu missing out. But they do go out there and appeal for that one. And yes, it is a run out. The directed. A lot of confusion out there in the centre. And Tamil Nadu get their first wicket. As the B1 batter was there. The confusion arose from Muskan walking back. First wicket in terms of the run out, and Muskan, who was batting really well, has been sent out with a lot of confusion in the middle, and that brings Simranjeet Kaur into the centre. Simranjeet Kaur, the World Cup winner, comes out to the centre at number 3 here for Rajasthan, and first ball plays away confidently towards that wideish mid-wicket region. Vacant spaces there as Simranjeet Kaur gets off the mark with a couple of runs. Good start. With confidence of winning the first ever Women's T20 Cricket World Cup for the Blind 2025. Of course, in the month of November, India being the victorious side. I'll say 2 times victorious because they won everything in that World Cup. 7 matches in a row, including the finals. Beat Nepal twice, once in the leagues and once in the finals as well. Massive domination coming in from the Indian side, and one of the major contributors, Simranjeet Kaur, is right there. This is such a nice atmosphere for the other players also. That's what I was asking the captain of Rajasthan as well, Rohini, in the toss. And how important it is for Simranjeet Kaur for being in the side, in the squad, to share her experiences playing in the senior most level of the Indian side. And she said, yeah, that is the biggest that they can come out of that experience with, whatever Simranjeet carries. Single again, so 2 more runs for Rajasthan. She's looking good, Saloni. She's timing the ball well, and she's also playing those reverse shots with a lot of confidence. Another single for Simranjeet Kaur. Guess end of the over. A good over for Tamil Nadu as a run out was inflicted. 19 for 1 after 2.
IndusInd Bank has contributed to India's growth by serving over 40.
But she is kind of satisfied at a single only. Well, could have gone for a second run there. Simranjeet Kaur could have maintained the strike, could have gone back with the strike, but maintained it right there. Reverse again. Saloni has played that one once again very confidently towards the vacant spaces at the covers region, and Kavi Arasi with the fielding, nice bit of a fielding as well, went in for the chase, but still Rajasthan will get 4 runs, 2 runs of the bat and 2 bonus runs as Saloni is the B1 batter there. Sandhana Mari, she started off well, she's bowled really well in the first over, but this time again giving that width outside off. Small fumble from the B1 fielder, and that will be enough for the runners to come back for the second run. Once again, Kavi Arasi had a very longer chase this time. A small little fumble, that's all. Wow, once again, that's a strong shot on the reverse, and that's a boundary. So it's 8 runs for the taking for Rajasthan, a B1 batter scoring a boundary. That's the first one in today's match. This KT Global Grounds right here in the heart of Bhubaneswar. On the off course of the place where the road, the highway leads to Visakhapatnam and Chennai. Saloni, what a lovely shot that is. And also Sandanamari just tying the shoelaces of Simranjeet Kaur, helping her out. Nice sportsmanship. Played away strongly, but straight to the fielder. Chance of another run out. And Tamil Nadu have inflicted another run out, I reckon. Well. I guess the run out has been inflicted, and the finger also has probably gone up. Yeah. There we go. Nice throw as well on that square leg region. And the run out has been inflicted. Couple of run outs.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बनेछु
In the fourth over, Neetu taking the strike as well. B3 batter, because the run out was inflicted at the batter's end, and the new batter has come in. Simranjeet Kaur probably after the over. Nevertheless, Ammu will continue into her second over here. Ammu and has given away 8 runs. Ammu hails in from Dindukal, which is known to make strong locks. Dindukal Puttu, that's what it's called, and she needs to lock down Simranjeet Kaur. Such wonderful timing. Good fielding. Oh, but she picked up the ball from outside the boundary rope. That generally tends to happen. Kavi Arasi, wonderful bit of a fielding, but while she was picking the ball up, she just went over the boundary ropes. That tends to happen with our visually impaired players, probably not recognizing where the boundary rope was. What an amazing bit of a fielding first, Kavi Arasi. There we go. Once again, you see that on the replay. Look at that for a replay as well. Look at this. Wonderful bit of a stop. But then, while lifting the ball up, she came over the ropes. Big bat left again from Simranjeet Kaur. Straight to the fielder. But the throw was a little weak. Yes, the stop was not strong enough from Ponnalagu. And like I was mentioning, Ammu hails in from Dindukal. The big locks. The place is famous for generally food. Every other place that I associate and originate from, I generally associate that food with the sweet dish, with the food, because that's the culture that always travels with. Yeah, like in Orissa, when you're in Bhubaneswar, it is not done if you don't eat channa podo. It's a famous bundi sort of a sweet, kind of a channa podo as well. Yeah, and there's always that debate if Rasgulla depends to Bengal or Orissa. Yeah, everybody says ours is Rasgulla, but yeah, sweet is everywhere. But I guess in Orissa, Rasgulla is more darker in color. In West Bengal, it's more whiter in color, maybe. That's one mean made of jaggeries as well. As the end of the over, we'll come to the sweet dishes. 4 overs gone, 47 for 2. And the reason why I was talking about that, of course, channa podo is a very famous dish of Orissa. That depends to Orissa authentically, not West Bengal. They're fighting over Rasgulla. Okay, like I said, the darker Rasgulla is a little more on the Orissa side, and the whiter, more watery sort of a Rasgulla comes in from West Bengal. But yeah, Rasgulla is Rasgulla. But Ammu, like she was hailing from Dindukal, that place is known to make big locks, big huge locks. As Ponnalagu, 14 jersey number, comes in, but it's a B1 bowler has come into the attack, and it is Ramatilagam comes into the attack. What a lovely name. I'll explain the meaning of that Ramatilagam name as well, but more of Dindukal. Big locks, जो बड़े बड़े भारत में आपको बड़े बड़े ताले दिखने को मिलते हैं, वो बनता है दिंडुकल से. सो सोचिए, हम रसगुल्ला पे लड़ रहे हैं, वहाँ पे ताला बन रहा है. मतलब सोचिए ना, it's a big lock that gets made in Dindukal. Dindukal Puttu is very famous all across the nation. And Ramatilagam, the meaning of that name is very nice. I'll tell about that as Tamil Nadu have introduced a B1 bowler in the power play in the 5th over already, and once again Kavi Arasi does really well. I like the way she throws on the left hand. Very strong throw. Of course, Ramatilagam, you know what Rama means. Yes, Jai Shri Ram, so that's Rama. Tilagam means Tika. Ram ka Tika. That's the meaning of her name, Ramatilagam. Wow. Huge thanks to her parents for naming her with a wonderful name like that. Again, Simranjeet Kaur dances down the wicket, plays it away towards square leg. Single only this time. Simranjeet Kaur doesn't get the timing right on the previous occasion, but even this time, Neetu also finds the same issue, because Ramatilagam is bowling a little more slower, not allowing the batters to go out there and get the scoring under their belt as per their liking. Doesn't find the gap. Simranjeet Kaur, it's a very good over from Ramatilagam, because 8 overs of the B1 bowlers need to be completed. Plays the reverse, and another dot delivery. Just one extra as of now in the over, but 50 up for Rajasthan.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा
Starts off with a wide ball like all the B1 bowlers. The last ball of their over. Something goes really wayward and really wrong for the B1 bowlers. They start to bowl those extras. 5 very good deliveries here from Ramatilagam, who hails in from Madurai. Yeah, speak of food. The food capital of Tamil Nadu actually is Madurai than Chennai. Yeah, Chennai is a lot of cosmopolitan mix, but in Madurai you get authentic curry dosa, Paratipal. Those are all amazing and awesome food that you can relate to Madurai with. As Ramatilagam finishes her over, 5 overs gone, 54 for 2.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु
For the 7th over, played away on the reverse shot, attempted 2 dot deliveries back to back. I think his first one was a wide ball, and then the second one a dot delivery. Wide ball again outside the off stump from Ponnalagu. And I'll tell you the meaning of her name as well. Pon means in Tamil gold. That's what is Pon. Of course, in Tamil, girl is called Pen, and the gold is called Pon. Yeah, that's a slight differentiation, but you'll have to be very careful in pronouncing those words. Pon Alagu, that means Alagu is beauty, and yeah, golden beauty. That's what it means, her name, Pon Alagu. She's come into the attack and she's bowled beautifully well. The third delivery. Reverse and over the top of the B1 fielder Devika. He was trying to stop the ball. Again, Simranjeet Kaur gets another single away. The partnership has been nicely weaved in together with 30 runs. 31 with that single. 30-run partnership always very crucial in the T20 format of the game. That can build up to 50 and 100 runs as well. And once again, huge thanks to IndusInd Bank. We spoke of all the supporters that's coming in, but IndusInd Bank being always and always the backbone of Indian grassroots blind cricket, especially the women's team and also the men's team. The Nagesh Trophy, the IndusInd Bank Nagesh Trophy has reached its Super 8, and that'll get unfolded on February 8th. What a day for that unfolding to happen, isn't it? The Super 8 stages of the IndusInd Bank Nagesh Trophy of the 8th edition. Now imagine, 8th edition, the Super 8 happening from February 8th. Of course, 9th will be the first day, 8th probably will be the inauguration as well. Another single, but coming back to the women's side, IndusInd Bank, yeah, they were the jersey sponsors of the first ever women's T20 cricket tournament for the blind that India won. They were the jersey sponsors for India. 7 overs gone, 71 for 2.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बनेछु
एरा मो
Place as another couple of runs that's been taken in. And similarly, Nellayappar is a version of Lord Shiva in Tirunelveli. Nellayappar Koil, Nellayappar temple is the famous Tirunelveli temple. So, Tirunelveli, Nellayappar is a man, is the, I guess, deity of protector of the crops. That's what it is, the one who protects the Nellu. Nellu means crop, the rice crop, the paddy. So Nellayappar, that's what it means, as another wide that goes in outside the off stump. Wide ball. So yeah, Nellayappar is a deity who is believed to be the protector of the paddy crop. So that's why a temple being built in the heart of Tirunelveli. Tiru is Shri in Hindi, like they say Shri Narendra Modi ji, so something like that. You know, Tiru, Nel Veli, Nellikke Veliya Pottavar. That means to protect the paddy fields. You know, it's believed that he created a boundary around the city. So that's the belief. Nellayappar protected the paddy field, so that's why it's called Tirunelveli. So whenever you are visiting Tirunelveli, know this history about it. And also don't forget to visit the Iruttukada to get some nice halwas. River shot Again, that's in the gap towards deep covers. That's running away from Kaviyarasi. Good stop again. She's a very, very good fielder, Kaviyarasi. Does well. Ponnalugu also came in with the chase, but they will come back for the third run. That's very good running between the wickets. All-round cricket. Brilliant, brilliant all-round cricket.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बने
I was very, very fortunate to be a part of the commentary panel out there as well. Massive vibes of the culture, the rootedness that you can see in Rourkela. ऐसे बोला जाता है कि ओडिशा हॉकी का गढ़ है, लेकिन राउरकेला वो गढ़ का भी दिल है. हॉकी का दिल है ओडिशा में राउरकेला. Of course, Mr. Dilip Tirki Saab, the president of Hockey India, hails from there as well. Given so much more for hockey as well in his days, now contributing as an administrator. Played away reverse by Neetu. She knows that Kaviyarasi is there. She is guarding that backward of point to deep cover area. Really, really well, Kaviyarasi. Oh, good shot, straight on the ground. That's a nice drive. Beats the fielder, beats the bowler, and that's going away towards the long off boundary. Very, very good shot from Simranjeet Kaur to get that boundary as well. Nicely played away. What a nice shot, and the partnership also is 53 runs. That's the confidence that I was talking about for Simranjeet Kaur's World Cup victorious confidence that she brings into the Rajasthan side. That's up in the air, but will fall short of the long on fielder. Naina was gone, 92 for 2. Very good partnership now.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा
Played away towards the deep mid wicket. Single again to Simranjeet Kaur this time. Yeah, she will only say one is enough. I'll not say the second one is needed, so she'll be okay and happy to get that single away only. Plays the reverse, gets something on that one is Neetu. She'll get a single away and put Simran back on strike. Rajasthan, they'll be really, really happy with the way that they have played here in the first 9 overs. 99 on the board already. Even with 2 run-outs, they've managed to actually ward that one off. Last ball before the drinks break. Wide ball, and that brings up the 100 on the board for Rajasthan. Well, that is the Barunai and Darunai hills that is there, present right here at the KT Global grounds. Last ball of the 10th over, and Simranjeet will have strike after the drinks break, as the players will take drinks. 11 overs gone, 101 for 2, and it's drinks. Again, it's been replaced there by another B1 batter in the middle. Shivani, very, very strong B1 batter herself as well. She's come out to the center after Neetu's retired hurt sort of a decision. Shivani and Saloni, they look so much like sisters together every time. Last ball of the 11th over, 113. So 2 runs, 8 runs for the taking. That's 2 4s. That's been done in. 11 overs gone, 113 on the board. Neetu was completely dehydrated and tired as well, so she's gone out, but Saloni has come in. But like I said, Saloni and Shivani, they look so similar together. They are sisters as well. For Rajasthan, both B1 players, very good contributors to Rajasthan. Every time they go out to bat, they perform really well in the B1 category, because whatever they score off the bat gets them 2 runs. Goes on the reverse towards that deep backward of point. Fumble. And that'll allow another extra run. Kaviyarisi. Very, very rare fumble from her. Kaviyarisi, of course, hails in from Sivagangai, one of the southernmost part of Tamil Nadu. Very good place for all the nature to be enjoyed. But yes, talking about Saloni and Shivani, both sisters. Saloni made 22 of just 8 deliveries when she was batting. And now Shivani is on 12 of 5 deliveries. Simranjit Kaur again, that reverse goes to Kaviyarisi, a deep backward of point. I speak of the nature and the beauty right here in the KT Global grounds, the school grounds. This is under that mountain. It's a name for that mountain as well. Barunai Hill as well, yeah, Barunai Temple. The Mata Mandir, the Barunai Mata Mandir. It's also called the Barunai Pahad as well. Coming back to life. We'll show that as a wide delivery again. So you see that couple of mountains, it looks very, very phenomenal, very green in terms of what it is. It's filled with a lot of trees. Of course, few wildlife maybe living there as well. But this campus is nicely guarded for the students to be really safe, that's for sure. We can see a lot of barricades. Again, a good timing there from Shivani. Straight towards that vacant region of the deep square leg. Couple of more runs, so that means Rajasthan will get another 4 runs on the board. Tamil Nadu's fielding has been good, but the throwing needs a lot of power in the arms. Sandanamari also, see the way she ran in, collected the ball well. It's just a 40-yard boundary for the women's format of the game. The throw from the 40 yards should be really strong. That's what Tamil Nadu should really focus on. And that's allowed Simranjit and of course earlier Neetu to run between the wickets, and because of those extra runs that's been taken via conversion of 1s into 2s, Neetu was completely dehydrated and had to go out of the field. White ball. Mohan Ambal and the B1 bowler. Nudges that one outside off stump. Dot ball. Oh, she was very, very close in terms of getting that run out against her. But the runner came back in strongly. End of the over. 12 overs gone. 126 for 2.
अरे वाओ अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बनेछु
एरा मो
In fact, Ammu there to start the 13th. She bowled a wide delivery, the first one, and then a single. And now Shivani. Toe end of the bat, but that's enough for Shivani to put that one in the gap towards that deep square leg. Couple of more runs, so that means 4 more runs added to the total here for Rajasthan. Whatever the B1 batter bats gets the runs of the bat as doubles. So yeah, B1 category batter suggests, yeah, as we all know, that it's complete visual imparity. 30-run partnership as well. Once again, Simranjit Kaur has batted really well. She's on 45. That World Cup winning confidence, that experience coming into good effect here for Rajasthan as well, for Simranjit Kaur. Straight to the fielder. They will not run that one. Good fielding at that short fine. A good shot. That's in the gap again. Shivani has found the gap towards that fine leg region. Boundary. Another 8-run shot from Shivani. Saloni did it earlier, and now Shivani does really well. Beautiful in terms of the placement and timing as well. Vacant area at that fine leg region. They only had a short fine, and all that Shivani had to beat is that short fine fielder. That's all. 8 runs added to the total here. Shivani overtakes her sister. She moves on to 28. Saloni scored 22. PD was the call. That means catch it in Tamil, but they don't. Another single. So that means another 2 runs to the total. Shivani will have strike. The 14th over. 13 overs gone. 142 on the board. 142 for 2.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बनेछु
एरा मो एरा बाप्पा
Tirchi as well. Oh, wanted to throw, but the ball just missing away from the hands on that occasion for Sandanamari. Yeah, she's a B2 player. Sandanamari wanted to throw left-handed, but she's a right-hand bowler, Sandanamari. But she wanted to throw left-handed, and that's where she missed the ball. Simranjeet Kaur gets a strike after a very, very long time. Goes down the wicket and reaches for that one. Couple of more runs towards deep mid-wicket. Sandanamari does do the cleaning up. I'll tell you what. Oh, overthrows. 3 runs there for the taking for Simranjeet Kaur. She moves on to 48. 149 here for Rajasthan. And Simranjeet, like I said, is getting the strike back after a very, very long time. He's probably got it, say, at least after 8-9 deliveries. And these are the things that Tamil Nadu should be really concerned about, and also very about. They should actually use up that situation, because Simranjeet Kaur got a single away in this 14th over, and before this she had only played in the 12th over. In fact, in fact the 13th over first ball. So yeah, it's been a lot of deliveries that she was off strike. 150 up with that extra for Rajasthan. We saw Sushma Patel, the World Cup champion, get a half century in the morning for Madhya Pradesh, and Simranjeet Kaur, another World Cup champion. She's on course to do the same. Wide ball again outside the line of off stump. But teams like Andhra, and of course more importantly teams like Telangana and also Tamil Nadu, they need that World Cup representation. It has still not happened in the women's edition, women's section. But in the men's, of course Maharaja plays for the India Indian team. B1 bowler Magaraja, very nice left arm bowler for Tamil Nadu. So yeah, the path for Tamil Nadu is not easy, but it's not impossible as well. White ball outside the line of off stump. They need to make it to the Indian side. Not even in the Indian side yet from Tamil Nadu. So it's a massive opportunity for them to go out there and make that happen very soon. And then the World Cup squad as well. The next World Cup, of course, whenever that happens for the women's. White ball again, too wide, outside off. And Sindhu needs to go out there and guide the bowler really correctly, Shalini, to make sure she bowls that off stump line, middle stump line at least, if possible. Everybody is going together and trying to have a conversation with Shalini. Or do they say Shalini will have to be taken off the bowling attack? Probably, yeah, that's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Shalini is being asked to go out of the attack, and Mohan Ambal will continue. Mohan Ambal, continuation of the over as well. Shalini was kind of struggling after 2 overs. But Mohan Ambal, again, a B1 bowler needs to be replaced by a B1 bowler only.
अरे वाव अनु केते सुंदर ड्राइंग बनेछु एटा कोन बनेछु
There's no call, but they can make it. Make that happen. And Simranjeet Kaur gets back on strike. Another couple of runs for Rajasthan and another couple of runs for Shivani. Simranjeet now on 48. In the air, that's played away nicely towards that vacant region. They want another run. No, Simran says go back. It's okay. There'll be another chance. 49 now for Simranjeet Kaur. Nicely played away behind that square leg region. Another couple of runs. That means another 4 runs added to the total here for Rajasthan. Like I said, the fielding needs to really ramp up itself. As Devi for Tamil Nadu again at that short find region. Doesn't manage to pull the ball back. 161 on the board, and we're still in the 14th over. This is going to be a massive total that Tamil Nadu will be chasing. Remember, they had won the toss, and in fact Rajasthan had won the toss, elected to bat first. Is that a white ball? Yeah, it should be white. Outside off. That's in the gap. Played away really well. And another couple of runs towards that deep square leg region. Oh, they won the third one. The throwing has been a problem here for Tamil Nadu from that 40-yard boundary line. and 6 runs added to the total as well. End of the over. 14 overs gone. 168 for 2. For the throw. Yeah, the throw is where the problem is. 6 runs added once again to the total. You see, the chase was very nice from Devi. And, oh well, Shivani gets to her 50 with that one. And Simranjit Kaur is on 59. She goes down the wicket, plays away towards deep square leg. And 50 again here for the World Cup champion, Simranjit Kaur. 50 for Shivani and 50 for Simranjit Kaur. 36 ball 50 there for Simranjit and 17 ball 50 for Shivani. Chases that wide ball outside off stump. Again, chance of a run out here, and I think it is the third run out. Really well done from the bowler herself. Ponnalagi does really well, fields the ball and goes to the correct end. Shivani has been dismissed after a very, very well made half century. She'll not be happy with Muskan's running. Very disappointed running there from Muskan. There we go. Ponnalagi getting to the ball very quickly and also inflicting the run out. So Rajasthan lose their third wicket. All 3 run outs. Shivani being dismissed after a very good innings as well. 175 for 3 in fact.
सर आपको कैसे पता लगा गाना गाती है? ऐसा है, मैं आप सबका ध्यान रख।
Down the leg side once again, a wrong delivery from Mogan Ambal. Takes full cue on that one is Goody to get that single away. Goes outside the line of off stump, but misses out on that one. Simranjit Kaur. 7th over of the B1 overs. Goes on the reverse to Kavayarisi, a deep backward of point, gets that single again. Simranjit Kaur, this is the 7th over of the B1 bowlers bowling in. Goody. Now it's very clear that Goody will go ahead and only give strike to Simranjit Kaur. That's what she will be doing. But that was the last ball of the over. 187 for 3 after 16.
सर आपको कैसे पता लगा गाना गाती है?
All the more important aspect is how long can they keep Rajasthan at bay? How long can they avoid the inevitable? That's what they should plan when they come out to bat. Kavayarisi, she's been really busy there, the Sivagangai girl. Another ball towards her and another single. 200 up with that single for Rajasthan. first team today to score the 200. Madhya Pradesh tried their best, but it was a 16-over match. And they had scored 188. And right here in the 17th over, 201 for 3 and B1 overs have been done. Vacant places at deep mid wicket. That's running away to the boundary ropes. And they did come back for the couple of runs. Another single at backward of square leg. Good shot, good shot. Nobody at deep square leg. And that'll be a boundary again. Simranjeet Kaur gets the boundary at the right time. Beautiful bit of a timing. And that is why she's always so strong. A small bit of a width, that's all. And that was outside off stump. So she could drag it away on the onside nicely and place it in front of square. Another single. Plays on the reverse towards deep backward of point as Kaviyarisi gets that one covered for a single. Ponnaluga again to finish up the last over for Tamil Nadu right here. Last ball of the innings, and it will be a single. So Simranjeet Kaur remains unbeaten there. 225 on the board. Rajasthan have posted 225 for 3. And Simranjeet Kaur 82 of just 55 deliveries with 5 boundaries. What a knock. Beautiful knock for her, as we will resume back.